Hello, y'all. Amy Hoosier Diver here. Sorry, I just gotta. There. Okay. We'll see if anybody's up. So, I just noticed that's a really bad angle. Okay. Hey, hey, Renee. Yes, of course, my red. Oh, sorry. Trying to adjust this. There. Sorry. Just trying to adjust this a little bit. Hey, Renee. I hope the lighting's okay. Hold on. Well, the lighting may be a little better, but hey. Yeah, I just figured what the heck I would come on, say hi, see who all is out there. So, Winnie's good. Winnie's here on the bed laying beside me, all wrapped up. Oh, oh, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get kind of like adjusted here, and because of course um, I don't think I have any Christmas ribbon. If I could only talk, um, but I'll be checking. I don't know. It's like because even other people have said too that it seems that some of the dumpsters have been a little okay. Sorry, no, have seemed to be a little. How do I put it? Chintzy lately, so hopefully it kind of picks up a little bit. Because I know like some stores already have some Christmas stuff out, so there should. So so they might be dumping some Christmas stuff starting soon. You never know. Oh, I don't know. I can look. Um, because I just yeah. Sometimes I don't know what I have. You know, unfortunately. So. Yeah, I have to look. I can't remember. So, but yeah. Yeah, my husband was needing the car yesterday and yeah, no problem, Renee. I will. But yeah, my husband was needing the car yesterday and usually Tuesdays I've been having some luck, but he was needing the car. Oh, no problem, Renee. But obviously we only have one car, and my husband's job pays the bills, so he obviously gets first dibs on the car. Oh yeah. Oh, Phyllis. Yeah, I know, like both you and Renee have been sick for a while. And it just sucks being sick. It really does. So, but let me see. Not too much new has been on my end. But yeah, I was kidding people. I feel like old. I feel older because let me see. And it's been 3 or 4 weeks now. I had my flu shot, updated COVID shot. I've had yearly eye exam. Um, oh yeah, and I got new glasses. I don't know if you guys can probably not with them here. but they're like a little black and then on the side red. I gotta do, so of course I get my black and red. But anyway, yearly eye exam, flu shot, and my updated, I guess there's a newer COVID vaccine up. Got that. What else? Oh, did a mammogram. Went to ear, nose, throat specialist because, like, I can't remember if I told you guys, but we're trying to figure out if I have sleep apnea like everybody else, or if it's more like structural issues with sinus and, yeah, sinus and like kind of jaw structure, or if it's also some insomnia put in with that too. So they're just trying to figure that out because basically, to make a long story short, right after I graduated high school, I had surgery on my jaw. So they broke my jaw, pushed like the jaw up, pushed part of the jaw back. Yeah, and then did the roto-rooter in my nose because when they pushed everything up. So basically, like my parents and I had gone to the same church since I was 3. And after that surgery, the only from like my eyes down to my chin. Oh, and they cut out like a little hair and pushed out some bone to give me a chin. So basically, from bottom of my eyes to my chin, people that had known me since I was 3 years old only recognized me because I was with my parents. That how much that, hey, Lucky Seven, that's how much my face had like changed. So anyway, so so they did a CAT scan of my sinuses and that, and then I have a consult for a sleep study. And then on the 11th, I get to have my first colonoscopy. So I'm like, man, I feel old. So hey, Nathaniel, how is your wife and Gracie and you? I've been thinking about you guys. So yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I had within I think it was 2 weeks, or no, it was within 2 or 3 weeks. I had like 6 doctor appointments, just like, and I'm like, shoot. I'm like, okay, it was like, like how you can when you get older, it's like, okay, it's like, you have like doctor appointments, doctor appointments, doctor appointments. I'm like, that's the way I felt for like 3 weeks. Well, tell her, tell Ashley plenty of prayers. So, so yeah, just plenty of prayers. So, so yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I get to do my first colonoscopy. Well, like my family doctor asked me, he's like, we recommend it, but we know like some people just are opposed to it. Oh, you're welcome, Nathaniel. And I was like, well, it's not like I really want to have the colonoscopy done, but I understand the importance, so uh yeah, I know what you mean, Renee. It's like sometimes when you're sick, it just kind of like it feels like it takes forever to kind of get, to feel like yourself, put it that way. To feel back like yourself. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, so yeah, the next thing is a consult for a sleep study. So, cause like they said, with all that surgery I had done, it could be like just sleep apnea like everybody else. Hi, Joe. Yeah, no, I understand, Nathaniel. Yeah, I mean, like any baby in shots or kid, they're a little cranky, and also too, like, with Ashley being nervous, it just sometimes it's hard to do a live with all that going on. So totally understand. But yeah, so they're trying to figure out, like I said, with a consult for the sleep study, they're just trying to figure out, if it's sleep apnea like everybody else, if it's like more of a structural issue with my sinuses and jaw, or also if like there's some insomnia thrown in there, because I am on sleeping pills to help sleep, because I can maybe go to sleep, but I don't stay asleep. So yeah, it's a whole combination of stuff they're trying to like weed out. So, which I mean makes sense. So we shall see. You know, you just don't know. So yeah, but no, I'm used to it. I mean, it's kind of because, like I said, when I was born, I know like mom and dad said like like in the roof of your mouth. When I was born, like they weren't sure, like the doctors couldn't even tell if it was closed because the like roof of my mouth was so like close together. And then, like I said, right after I graduated high school, I had all the surgery on my jaw. So, and then I've always had sinus issues, and I think 4 years ago I had the sinus ball removed. So yeah. So we're just trying to figure out what the deal is. But hey, for me, the mouth stuff is normal. So that's just normal stuff for me. So, okay. So just looking over at Winnie, because Winnie likes to lay in her bed, but now she's laying on top of the pillows. The one, like, couple of the pillows right on top, and the pillow sagging. So, so just kind of looking over there and seeing how she is. So, and then we have our friend's dog back. So she's at the other end of the bed. So I'm just kind of looking over at her too. So yeah. So such is life. So and before I forget here, whenever people come on, I always like to give shout outs. Renee here has her own channel, Lucky Seven Auction. They have, their own channel. Um, Let me see. Bold Lion, he has his own channel. Yeah, well, when you put it this way, she will put up with the dresses and that to a certain point, but after a certain point, she just kind of like gives. I mean, as you guys probably saw in those pictures, after a certain point, I call it the "Mom, stop it" look. Where it's like, "Mom, stop it! I've had enough." Look. So, so it's kind of like I do it up to a point, and then I'm like, yeah. Okay, Winnie, Mama will stop. So, but that's okay. Eh. But yeah, Bold Lion has his own channel, Southern Belle. Paula Weiner, who I call Sissy, has her own channel too. I know I'm missing people. And if I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I try not to, but it's also 10:43 here at night, so excuse me. So sometimes my brain is not functioning at this time, so. Oh, Dawn's channel, she has her own channel. I almost forgot her. The costume jeweler. Um, yeah, I know there's other people too. Oh, you are welcome, Lucky Seven, Nathaniel. Um, yeah, like I know there's like way more channels out there than that. So, and I know I'm probably missing some. So, if somebody watches this and is a subscriber, I'm sorry if I missed you. So, but anyway. So yeah, so haven't been out dumpster diving this week because, like I said, my husband's been kind of needing the car more because, yeah, things have been crazy at work. So, like I said, his job pays for the bills, so he obviously gets first dibs on the car. So, unless it's like an appointment or something that I can't schedule when he's not working, so. But yeah, oh, can't remember the last dumpster dive I did. I don't know if you guys were watching. I thought it was my screen protector that cracked. No, it was the actual screen on my phone. So we have the protection plan on our phones. So I got a new refurbished phone, same like make brand as the other one. So, but I feel like I got on Amazon much better um phone case, that's what I'm trying to say. That is more like the ballistic grade. Um so far I haven't gone out this week. Yeah, it's been kind of like hit and miss. And I know like a lot of other dumpster divers I'm seeing, I mean it's kind of like they are saying that, it's been kind of really hit and miss lately for them. And it's like other dumpster divers that are not in this area or state, but even other states that I watch. So, so it's just kind of hit and miss. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, and and like I've told people before, Old Navy, I have a love-hate relationship with, because Old Navy, they seriously, I would say 98% of the time, totally destroy their clothing in the dumpster. Like they don't cut on the seam, they cut like on the non-seam of the clothing. Like all the way up, or where it could be like, okay, even if you sewed it, you could tell that you sewed it up. So it's like all of this clothes waste there, but I like some of their style of clothing and their prices. So, like I said, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with Old Navy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. Office Depot is spray paint, and then like our Bed Bath and Beyond, they have like more employees now that I think even, yeah, they have more employees now that love to destroy things. And, I've been a dumpster diver for a while, so, sometimes I run across dumpsters that don't exactly smell nice, and I can deal with that. But Bed Bath and Beyond, I don't know what their employees are putting in the dumpster, but it smells way worse than the pet store dumpsters. Yeah. Yeah, well, Heather's Hall, she has her own channel. She's been kind of lucky. And then Matt Tastic, he was been kind of lucky with Old Navy. I think one time I found in one dumpster 4 clothing items. Our bookstore here, the used bookstore we have around this place, they're usually pretty good. And honestly, like them, as long as you're not like creating a mess or illegal dumping, they're pretty okay with dumpster divers. So that there's put it this way, there are certain places I like to just go in and out quickly. Other places I've kind of gotten a vibe for, the store and the employees that some, like I said, as long as you're not making a mess or illegal dumping, they don't care if you're there. Yeah, I can't remember his half price books, but it is a used bookstore. That's where I usually go for the books and the DVDs. Yeah, I used to use the OtterBox, but for this phone that I have, OtterBox doesn't cover this phone. But I found this a good case on Amazon that's like a ballistic military grade type phone case. So I was gonna say something and I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Oh well. I might remember later tonight. Oh well. But yeah, and that's the one thing, yeah. No, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I found at the used bookstore, in the 80s Star Trek they had, okay, The Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and The Voyage Home. Well, they had those like three DVDs in a case. So we end up watching those because I was like, yeah, I remember that stuff. So, but that was pretty cool. Let me see. I have found some candles. Malt is still pretty good. I think it was about 3 weeks ago I found from the Mac store a whole gob of clothes. And most of them fit my stepdaughters, their mom, and grandma. And I think I was able to keep 2 or 3 of them for me. So, it just kind of depends. I think like Monday I had a doctor's appointment or something, and I hurried up and went right after some quick, but it was like early in the morning. I did some quick looking and at the Burlington one, I got there as the dump truck was leaving. So I don't know if there was anything good in that, but yeah. Like this case that I got for the phone wasn't maybe the most expensive, but I feel it's way more sturdy. Well, and as you guys know, that doesn't happen often, but every once in a while I do drop my phone in the dumpster, and you guys get a nice up close personal look at the dumpster. So if you ever really wanted to know like what inside the dumpster looked up close and personal, I give that to you guys sometimes. But you know how that goes. Cause sometimes it's kind of hard. It's like holding the phone with one hand and the other hand trying to, sorry, dig through the dumpster to get the stuff. So that's why it's like every once in a while I have to position you guys. Okay, you guys are gonna look up at the sky for a minute because I need both hands right now. So, oh no, that's cool. Okay, Seven, that they got like the free bin. You know, yeah, I don't like. I think from the half price, but like I get like some DVDs, Blu-rays, some CDs, and some books, but I'm kind of picky on the books. Put it that way. So, but so what has other people been doing? Okay. Okay, now I just was looking at the Friends song because earlier tonight just was like hacking and seemed like needing to like throw up but not throw up, so I just was looking at her, making sure she was okay. Yeah, I think I know like I have a grabber and then kind of a lawn like garden rake is kind of, so I use those two. Um yeah, it was like I was at like Ollie's and it was like one time I was there and there was like about like five employees came out at once and they like weren't yelling or they weren't like yelling, but it was kind of like, sorry guys, I had to take my sock off for a minute because my feet, well, with menopause like right now, my feet were much better. Sorry for the kind of up close. Yeah, but it was like six employees came out at once. So I don't think like they came out at that I was there. I think they came out to do something and I just happened to be there. But it was like kind of weird. I was like, okay, I don't think you guys need six of you against me. So, but like I mean, they were kind of mad I was there. They weren't yelling, but I just was like, I'm leaving. So, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't like, sorry. Yeah, and I've said that too. I'm looking for boxes or well, like usually what I do, everybody has their own thing. I'm just like weird. Okay. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. The one earphone, like it was out of my ear, whatever, but it was like crackling. Like it was crackling. Weird. Okay. But anyway, what I was saying was I use that looking for boxes, or usually what I do is I just kind of like, even before they say anything, I just start picking up my stuff and like I'm leaving. And I think I've only had two people, like twice, like two employees, still kind of gave me, I mean, were crappy. I'm sorry. There's only been twice employees have been, I would say, really crappy. But usually if I say that, they either just nod their head or just say okay. Or, like or they've some employees have also said, I don't see you, or, I don't care. You can stay there. So I figure even if they just say okay or nod their head, they still did not say I can't come back. So, and even if they say you can't be there, I might not go back immediately, but I will still go back. So, but yeah, but I also use I mean, that's just kind of what I do, and I think I've only had twice where employees, like I said, were still kind of crappy. But I mean, I take boxes and packing material off the dumpster because I'm like, if the boxes are good and the material still, hey, what the heck. So, but like I said, that's just kind of how I approach it, and so, but yeah, but I never am like, but well, there was also it was a backstory. It was one of the employees was like, well, did you get anything? And was wanting to like kind of look in my car, and I'm like, am I, I just kept, getting out of there. But in my head, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna let you look in my car. Heck no. So, and I'm not gonna tell you that, oh yeah, I put this and this and this and this in my car from your dumpster. I mean, like, come on. So, I'm like, if I'm like, no, you're not gonna look at my car, and I'm not gonna tell you what I put in my car either. I'm like, my parents did not raise a dummy. So yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, and this from dumpster and just put it in my car. So, but anyway, but yeah, that's one of the things on dumpster diving you learn. If you find like something that is like right away that okay, you can't leave behind, you get it in your car immediately and then go back to the dumpster. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. And or I'm like, oh yeah, just look at my car. So, but anyway, but yeah, with dumpster diving, I always tell people if you find something in the dumpster like right away that you just can't leave behind, if they tell you to leave, put it in your car immediately, put it in your car immediately, and then go back to the dumpster. I mean, it's kind of like, because at least if they tell you to leave, be like, okay, then at least it's already in your car. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't do that all the time, but there's been certain times where I'm like, yeah, that's going in my car right away. And then I'll go back there and go back to the dumpster and get in more stuff. So, but anyway, so yeah, I haven't checked yesterday, haven't checked the dumpsters today, so we shall see. And Monday I did check, but excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Monday I did check, but that was super early in the morning, and I pulled up to Burlington and the dumpster truck was leaving. So don't know if there was anything in there, but anyway, it was like, oh crap. So, such is life. Oh, and that was again, Nathaniel, I did get the makeup stuff, love it. I have been meaning to do like a reveal video of the makeup box, but awesome. And I love there's some red lipstick stuff in there. Because yeah, red is my color for lipstick. So yeah. But I'm gonna go through it, and I think I'm keeping some, probably gonna give some to my stepdaughters or mom, grandma. So yeah, I mean that's what I figured too. And I know, okay, people are people. And I'm not saying that somebody might try to be like, well, I was in your dumpster and I got hurt, blah blah blah. But I'm like, in all honesty, yeah, but I'm like, in all honesty, I figure, that's a liability. If I fall and hurt myself, I'm not gonna blame the store. That, oh, shoot. Well, I was like one time, I think I was Michael's, and I was outside the dumpster, slipped on a piece of glass, and I cut up my knee. I was bleeding, but I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sue Michael because you made me slip in. Because I mean, like any jury in their right mind or judge would be like, you assume the risk of that, so whatever. So, and yeah, that way there's other times, and I'm like, okay, maybe there was nothing in there, or maybe it just wasn't meant to be when with the trash truck at Burlington. Yeah, it was an awesome plot, Nathaniel. So, but yeah, I had that because I was like Saturday, yeah, with my stepdaughters, mom and grandma, Nathaniel. But I put like my alarm clock on my phone because I was like, okay, I have to be on at least the last 5 minutes of the bidding, just to make sure. But some awesome stuff. So because excuse me, guys. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably share some with my stepdaughters, their mom and grandma. But I'm keeping some too. So yeah. So that. What else? Oh, I've gotten a lot of beads because I'm gonna make some homemade jewelry for my stepdaughters, their mom and grandma, and I'm gonna make some for me. Because I got like some pieces of jewelry that okay, sorry about that, guys. But I got some beads because I want to make some jewelry for my stepdaughters, their mom and grandma for Christmas. But I also got some beads for me because there was some jewelry that I bought And, it's like, okay, I can't pay for the necklace and the earrings and the bracelet. Yeah. Hey, Southern Belle. Yeah, and Southern Belle here, she has her own channel too. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, well, and that was the one thing, like I said, when I first started, kind of like probably everybody else, like I always even, okay, what's thrown in the dumpster is really trash. Broken stuff that's not at all usable, paper waste, stuff like that, it's like nobody would want anyway, or even be worthwhile to go through. Oh, thank you, Southern Belle. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind clicking the thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Um, but then I started to watch other dumpster divers, and I was like, okay, so you mean they throw away, like candles where, the wax still looks good, but the glass is broken, or stuff that's just been returned that, is thrown out just because it's returned, or like, certain food items that may be like past the Best Buy sell by date, but still is okay. And again, with food, I always tell people use your judgment. Yeah, true. And that's too Southern Belle, where it's like, okay, it's really not trash. But like I said, I always tell people with food, if it's like if something is open and it's not individually sealed up, I don't touch it. Certain times of the, certain like dairy meat products, if they're not cold, still leave them. Frozen stuff, if it's not frozen, like no longer frozen, leave it. Because I mean, like, free food is good, but it's not worth getting sick over either. So again, I just like use your logical judgment. So, and that's kind of how that's how I choose what food to pick, what food to leave. So, yeah, and that's true. It's like sometimes just the box is dented or outer packaging, so we gotta throw it away. Which to me makes no sense, but hey, you know. So yeah, so I have found, so yeah, I mean, and like sometimes, yeah, I mean, sometimes there's actual trash in the dumpster, but sometimes it's not. I mean, it still is actually usable good stuff, not just simply trash. So, you never know. So, and like, so I'll be honest, I mean, I know you guys have probably, if you watch my lives, you know this, is like sometimes I will like really dig through the dumpsters, sometimes not. If I don't really dig through the dumpster, it's just because, I was maybe there the day before and can tell. Or, if it's like super, super hot outside and I'm overheating and it just doesn't look promising at all, I'm not going to stand there and continue to dig when I'm like overheating. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just not. So, but if it seems worthwhile to dig, I will. So, and I mean, there's lots of other dumpster divers, and I'm also like, okay, just because I don't take something doesn't mean it's guaranteed to still end up in the landfill. Yeah, no, I totally get that. So, yeah. And there are like times where, yeah, no, that, yeah, there is certain things I do like about fall and winter when it comes to dumpster diving compared to summer, to be honest. And especially the cooler weather with food does help. So, I just say, oh, thank you, Southern Belle. I just saw on Discord that you shared it. That you shared I was live. Thank you. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, having like a knee not really working good makes it hard to dumpster dive. So no, I totally get that. Because you do need to kind of, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Heaven Sent. Yeah, I can't remember if you guys have your own channel or not. So, yeah, no, that's true. Because, no, I understand. Because probably with military bases, it's not like sometimes you just can't take it all with you, especially if you're going overseas. It's like it still has to somehow get to the place you're going, and if you're going overseas, you have to really kind of figure out, okay, what is worth traveling overseas and what's not, you know. So, yeah, I totally get that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we have like University of Notre Dame around us, so yeah, certain times of the school year I like it in there. So, hey, Southern Belle, yeah, I saw that you shared me out on Discord. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, because we have the biggest university I would say around us is Notre Dame. So yeah, I've gone there usually the end of the school year. So, last year we went there I went there the end of the school year, and it was, how do I put this? It was pitiful. Honestly pitiful. How much they threw away, and they had like a big roll-off dumpster, and they were throwing like stuff, I think, in the dumpster and all around that dumpster. And it just was a big mess. Oh. Well, our Big Lots has a lock, and the Dollar General has a lock too. So I'm like, oh crap. They didn't always have those locks, but yeah. So those are a little harder to get to now. So, oh, sorry guys. But anyway, so yeah, no, and I totally get that, Joe. It's just like, well, and I've said this before, and part of the reason why the stores throw out so much is, hey, babes in Toyland and other things. Um, She has her own channel too here. Oh, and I did put my email up above there, Babes in Toyland and other things. Cause so you can email me so then I can do Bold Lion. Babes in Toyland and other things is into the reborn dolls. So Annie, yeah. Um but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's the reason why a lot of the stores throw out things is because the way the laws are, like the way laws and taxes set up. I mean, I don't know the exact dollar amounts here, so don't quote me on these dollar amounts. I'm just throwing out these figures as examples. Okay, let's say they get they're allowed in like tax credit. You know, um, $20,000 a year in damaged goods, but $6,000 a year in donations. And that doesn't carry over from year to year. So, what I'm saying as a business, the way tax credit is, they're allowed way more in damaged good than in donations. So, it's not like they don't donate, but they get more tax credit for damaged goods than donations. So, it's yeah, and that's true. I mean, that's sad where and damaged goods could be like it's not necessarily what you might think is like okay, like oh, damaged is like Old Navy, let's say. Okay, the return clothes, we cut them up, they're damaged. So, and that is definitely sad. But and then also too, like if the food is like past the sell by or past the best by date, some of that stuff still is actually good, but a lot of the, like the food banks and that can't take that stuff because unfortunately there would be people that, okay, well, I'm going to sue you now because you gave me food that was past the use by Best Buy sell by date. And you gave me food poisoning because of that. You know. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, button damage. And yeah, it's just yeah, and that's true too. I mean, it's like okay, a box can be dented, but it doesn't necessarily affect the quality of the product. Yeah, and that's true. It's like a lot of items food wise, you know, you can use past that sell by Best Buy use by date. Maybe not like every single food item, but a lot of food you can. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, Nathaniel is unfortunately it's easier for them to just kind of throw out how do I put less hassle for them and more tax credit to throw out than donate. So, and that's it's like, things Yeah, no, I know, but you know how like some people are Southern Belle. It's like, ooh, you gave me too hot of coffee and I'm gonna sue you 'cause it's hot. You know, I'm I'm sorry. Sometimes people sue over the dumbest things to me. So, it's kind of like sometimes, common, how do I say? Sometimes just plain common sense is missing in society. So, you know, at least I call it common sense, but, like I said, you just know. I mean, you all know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, life is crazy sometimes, but yeah. Yeah. Well, and this is like, this is the one thing, like, technically dumpster diving is not illegal, but then each, like, county, city may have their own laws. And, like, even mine, like, I called my police department at first just to try to get some answers. And, like, they asked one, I guess it was somebody at the desk asked one of the police officers, and the police officer said, okay, if somebody's dumpster diving, I would stop them. But I was like, I'll still, cause try, and I've had one cop actually ask me to leave, and I've had other cops just drive by. So I mean, to me, it's kind of, I found it's sometimes like depends on the cop too. So, uh, yeah, I wish we had like boxes like that in there in Nathaniel, but we don't. It would be nice if we did. I know, when the first COVID was first broke out, I think we had like different businesses that set that up, like tables and that, but then stopped. Hey Frank, yeah, Frank Evans here. He has his own channel. Check him out. So, but yeah, but it's kind of, yeah, it's once you start doing dumpster diving, you kind of realize that, okay, yeah, sometimes it's not just trash, in the dumpsters. No, that would be cool to do, I think. Oh yeah, that's cool, Renee. So, yeah, but to me, like, I found sometimes it's more depends on the cop, because like I said, I've had twice, two different cops ask me to leave, but then I've had other cops that they just like drive by and they like don't blink their lights, or they just like keep driving. Yeah, dumpster diving is kind of a rush when you find that, like, it's, especially like certain items that that, okay, it's like either they're like your dream finds, or they're or like useful dream finds, I would call it, or dream finds that are like you would like, but no way you would ever spend money on it, but you get it for free. It's cool too. Oh yeah. Wow. That'd be cool, grandfather. Some, I don't know, some of my, it just, I like, I've had, yeah. I mean, like I said, for the most part, I really haven't had issues. There's only been, like, I think twice where a cop has asked me to leave. Well, yeah, twice. Not the same cop, but twice. So, like, I think, honestly, it just depends on the cop. Yeah, no, that's first kind of stuff, you're nervous, you're like, okay, oh my gosh, how am I gonna go into jail and blah blah blah, and and the first time you get caught by an employer, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should go back again. What will happen if I go back again? And oh no, that's cool, Renee. Well, yeah, that to me, especially the kids' clothes and the kids' toys. Like when I see those, I'm like, oh, that drives me crazy. Because I know that there are parents out there who are really struggling. And like to them, like those clothes are really cool. Oh no, that's okay, Annie. No problem. So yeah, I mean that like kids book and kids clothes and kid toys, that like drives me crazy. When like you just kind of find like especially new of that stuff, and anybody who, has kids, know that, if your kids are needing that stuff and you can't afford it, like how much of a blessing that would be, like to be able to get that stuff for free or like way, way, way cheap, even if not free. So, so yeah, that is kind of like one of my pet peeves, yeah. So, but yeah, but I had like some of my like I don't know finds that I've really appreciated was I have found some UGG stuff. Oh, that's okay, Annie. But I have found like some UGG stuff, which I do like the UGG stuff. Now, will I ever spend the money they're asking for the UGG stuff? Probably not. But for free, I like it. I got an air fryer once, which actually I ended up. It was about a couple months ago. I ended up having it fall on the floor and broke it. So I had to get another one, but like I couldn't get it for free. But we got another one. That was a good find. What else? I've gotten tons of perfume and like some expensive perfume, like the Christian Dior and the Versace and that kind of stuff. Where it's like let's say a 2-ounce bottle is like over $100. So I've liked those finds. What else? Certain makeup. Oh, I totally understand that, Annie. Yeah, free is good. Some makeup, cause like I'm not into like put it this way, like certain makeup brands, I really, really like the It Cosmetics CC Plus. Whenever I find those, I'm like, yeah, and especially my color, yeah, I grab them because that stuff is wonderful for mature skin. But it's like $35 a bottle, and I'm just like, $35 for like a 1 ounce foundation? Heck no. So I like that. I have gotten. I don't use a lot of hair tools, so for me, it's like to spend tons of money on hair tools is not like my thing, but I think I have a total of 13 hair tools, and 10 of them have come from dumpsters. So, and I've gotten like a Lange, the Dyson Complete Hair Wrap System. Now, trust me, when I found that Dyson Hair Complete Wrap System, that grabbed it, put it in my car immediately, and then went back and got some more stuff because I'm like, that one is going in my car before anybody comes out and tells me I have to leave. Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten quite a few perfumes from Five Below, TJ Maxx, Ulta. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, no, that makes totally sense, Joe. Yeah, no, yeah, I understand, Renee. Yeah, I think I have, shoot, I've lost track how many, um, I mean, let's say I have about 30 perfumes. Oh, something like that. I would say a good 70%. Well, maybe 80% have come from from dumpster diving. Yeah, no, I do try to in fact I do have a lot of hair tools that like my husband has, because dumpster diving, like my husband learned to fix the cord on them. And I mean, he was always good at it, but like practice, he's even gotten better. And like Paula, who I call Sissy, her kids played tug of war with the tool that my husband fixed the cord on. And they played tug of war with it. It continued to work, and it didn't like fall apart with kids playing a tug of war on it. Hi, E-Man. I hope I'm saying your name right. Are you from Lucky? I mean, Bold Lion, I think, right? Oh, yeah. Our Five Below, they've really been like ruining stuff, like cutting things up. So, our CVS, I haven't really gone there because there's like all of our Walgreens have like a no trespassing sign. Our CVS's, the dumpsters are all right by the drive-through window. So you can only go when they're closed. Which is okay, but the ones right around us, I mean, people really don't start leaving the employees until after 10. And my husband's not into dumpster diving, so I would be going out there by myself, probably 10:30, 11 at night. And this is a safe area, but I just don't feel comfortable. Okay, let me be out here 11 at night by myself at a dumpster. Back behind a store. No, thank you. You know. And also, too, at the CVS that was, like, closer to us. I don't know if it's, I mean, I haven't, this was another reason why I just haven't checked them in a while. Oh, well, put it this way. At this one, at the closest CVS to us, there's one employee. And she did it several times. I don't know if she still is doing this, but I'm like, as an employee, you could not pay me to do this. She would, once everybody was gone, she would kind of go out by the dumpster and turn off her light and just sit in the car waiting for dumpster divers. And she would be there, for, at least 3 hours just sitting there like that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. You cannot pay me enough that, okay, I'm going to be here until midnight, 1 a.m., to make sure no dumpster diver comes. But she would seriously sit in her car, kind of pull a little bit away from the dumpster, turn off her lights, turn off her car. So you couldn't see her when you would be dumpster diving until she, turned her car lights on you. So I'm like, I'm sorry, that's no thank you. You could not pay me enough to do that. So yeah, sorry guys, I need to adjust my feet. Sorry. So anyway, sorry for the jiggling. So anyway, so I'm just like, no, so and then one time I went to that CVS, it was like 2 hours before they opened up. And an employee was like, saw me, and was calling the cops because he's like, people have been stealing stuff and I'm calling the cops on you. So I already had my stuff and was telling the guy, I'm leaving, and he was still, going off and was calling the cops, and I'm like, I'm out of here. So it's, and then the other CVS by us, it was like we were never really finding anything anyway, so I'm just like, it's just not, I'm sorry, y'all, you are just not worth the hassle. And this at the CVS where the lady was waiting, we checked a couple of times, and she was even sitting there when there was seriously nothing but trash. That she was still sitting there because, heaven forbid, any dumpster diver, even if there's trash in the dumpster, comes by. So yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, and yeah, that's way too crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like, okay, I would have better things to do with my life than just sitting there for 4 hours with my life to try to catch dumpster divers, even when there's just purely trash in the dumpster. Yeah, you cannot pay me enough to do that. Wow. Hey, Danielle. I think Danielle. She's from Bold Lion too. I can't remember if you have your own channel too, Danielle. So, because I always like to give people shout outs that have their own channel. Because that's the only right to do. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so those experiences with CVS, and like I said, the other CVS, we never really have found anything. Oh, sorry. So, it's just been like, yeah, the other people with CVS, like they get like all this cool stuff. That would be nice to find. But oh well, such a hell. Such is life. So I just need to get some water. Oh, that yeah, I couldn't find the pictures Bold Lion. So but I have do you have my email on top there? The A McLean 1971 at gmail.com. But yeah, I couldn't find those pictures, Annie. Sorry, I needed to get some water. Yeah, that's what like I was thinking to you, Nathaniel. I'm like, okay, you guys have thrown away. You've already claimed it. Second of all, she seriously at times was scarred and just plain trash. I mean, like trash. What I mean is like empty bags. What people throw away. In the trash can. Okay, no problem, Annie. Sorry. But yeah. Oh, and then this. I'm sorry. This actually I found in the dumpster a while ago at Burlington. So yeah, I like it. It keeps water cold. So got that. Oh, and then I found like it was a while ago a sugar container that just had like a little chip on the outside. Hey, Bull Lion. Hey, let me go ahead. Hey, Bull Lion, if you want to come on, you can. It's totally up to you. I'm not saying you have to, but it's just totally up to you. I don't think I have any magazines. I don't think so. Let me see. Let me go. Hold on, I'll go ahead and invite you up. If somebody else would like to come on, they can too. Just let me know. Let me see. Let me see something here, guys. Sorry. Hey. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Annie, but that's true. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. What did I just do? Okay, sorry guys. I did something that I didn't quite mean to. Okay. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Okay, hold on guys. I'm trying to think of something here. Okay, I just went ahead and put like the link there for StreamYard. So if like Bullseye you want to come up, you can. If somebody else would like to. So, and again, I'm not saying you have to. I just want to throw it out there. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those things you never know. I mean, you know what you'll find driving, and that's the things I kind of like about it. I don't like the thrill hunt that way. I know, like, yeah, I think it was last week. Well, my husband and I still have to see if it works. Okay, no problem, Annie. Thank you. By at our apartment complex here, right by the dumpster, right by our apartment here. Somebody had put like this. I think it must be. I mean, it's a huge plasma TV. You have to plug in to see if it works. I'm not into big TVs, okay? But for free, if it works, I can try it. It's it's a huge TV. So we just have to see if it works. So, it may not work, but told my husband, oh, okay, hold on. Boiner. Let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Huh. Okay, I saw Boline. I think I see you here, but it looks like it's just like a blank screen. Oh, I think are you okay?
Yeah, you're kind of going in and
Are you
out.
there?
There is, yes, ma'am. Just you are going in and out. There's a lot of
Oh,
echo. I can see.
is there an echo?
Not echo, but like going in and out. Like not a freeze, but when you have
Okay.
Wi-Fi, kind of coming back and forth. That's what I'm seeing right
Maybe I need to do. I
now. Yeah. Hey,
might have
Joe,
to play.
hey, babes, and I think your name's Anne. I got the term last time.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, Renee. It's been a long while. How are you? What's up, Lucky
Sorry for that.
Seven?
I just gotta plug in my phone.
Hey, you're doing just fine. I won't be able to stay here for long. I got to get up in the morning to work. So much support I've had. Um, and I guess I thought I put you on all. I didn't get notifications of you this time. And so thank God for Southern Bell to live. So I was like, oh, I have to. I was telling Danielle, I was like, Danielle, you gotta go check out Amy. She's like, I'm on Amy's live. Like, oh, well, I'm missing out. So,
It's okay. That happens. Well, and that's what I found. Like sometimes it's I don't. YouTube does it. Like you'll. I mean, because I've done this too. Like I'll hit like subscribe, like all notifications, but then sometimes like YouTube like actually like kicks you out, and then you have to go in and like resubscribe and.
yeah, that's what happened to Ohana. Taboro Ohana. All these months, I never knew that I was on that day on Saturday. Now, of course, he hasn't sent out notifications. I think that's right now. He hasn't sent and that he goes out for at least I know a month or two. But I was subscribed to him. I put him on all on bells, notification bells, and still no. And until they took it off. So I was that shocked me because you would talk all the time. So it's something to go back. Thank God that you use. I still have uh, my link of people I've subscribed to.
Yeah.
I can do that, especially on a laptop. They keep everyone. That's what's so weird on the cell phone. If you go to the app it doesn't have it whenever you subscribe to them. So they're the name. You get a Google search and you go to your channel. It has everyone like by letters, in order. So you find their names a lot quicker. Channel. So it's a very interesting. Yeah, it's different. How things are on. I guess the way they on your channel on that. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. I know
Hmm.
that I know Daniel Barnes. To go on her Facebook and Instagram. Check out her photos. One of her photos, she's in a uniform for Halloween.
Oh.
Amazing. And then one time she actually wore a veil, and that looked very beautiful. Kind of cute because it's when her little dog baby. But it's just Daniel Barnes, very beautiful, sweet lady. That I like. I've always thought how women in general do not think themselves as beautiful. And it's shocking how she she's a very beautiful person, and of course, I've been a friend with her for 10 years, and I've seen that fire in her come out. I've always known that stuff, but I've seen that boldness come out and in more photos, and it's impressive to see her. She's still a shy person, but she has like a boldness in how the way she dresses has become more bold, and I appreciate that because I remember I first met her very in some ways, yet she's so people don't see the fire. She's a very fiery person. I think it's in all women. I think there's a wild side to all women, and I just don't think women acknowledge that or they're ashamed to know it. And I'm very proud of Danielle. Like after 10 years of knowing her friend, I am so proud of becoming more confident and bold in the woman that God has made. And I just appreciate that. So
Yeah.
here, but ladies, thank y'all so much. Your friendship means a lot. I hope y'all get to go see my concerts. I know Amy at one of them. I don't know if she was able to stay long because I had to miss the first one, but I did do a tour of the square, the courthouse, and then some part of my some of my neighborhood, which on the thing, I call my line. So I kind of had fun with it. It's really cool. And but I almost lost my battery. There's so much more I wanted to show y'all. I hope y'all will go back and check some of that. There's one or some. I really would like you ladies and gentlemen, if there's any lazy guys in here, to go check them out and watch because I need number one to know how well I did, and number two, the history of Marshall has so much to offer, and it's just shocking when you look at old buildings and things like that. So, anyway, you're welcome, Danielle. You deserved it. I mean, again, I don't want to start crying or tearing up. But in years, I've never had a female, no matter if it was a crush, I wish I could get married to a woman, I wish it was my girlfriend, or just a friend. Never has one lasted longer than 2 months. You, and then I have I think her name is Trisha. I can't remember her name, but I found out she started reaching out to me after finding out that I was on Facebook. And, she went on the internet. Actually, from Lourdes, and she did. She reached out to my mom on her cell phone, contact with me. I mean, search for what a you two are the only people friends in 10 years, and then I have my friend that is 3 years. So that's 3, maybe 4 women at the most in my life by my day that have stayed as my friends, and that's what I'm hoping through YouTube because I've met so many people, um, like Belle and Amy, so many others that have blown my way. No, I'm blown away by the wildness of women. I'm blown away by the graciousness of women, the wild side of women, the sweetness. Have I met the other side? Of course I have. That's it. But I've met so much good, and actually, I'm shocked that I'm almost 40. I am shocked. The men are only 7, but still 7 take away that only that small percent. I don't care. That's still a very low percentage. I'm blown away that women really enjoy me. Think my personality is amazing. Think I'm cute. I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I just am shocked. I know as man, Chica's got the best views. She's got one video per 1,000 another video over 800, another one over 500. So she's got, she's not an annoying young man.
No.
She's brought in so much.
I just was gonna say, like, when I was laughing, you were saying about like women and wild. I'm like, I don't have a wild side.
Oh, Amy, you do. I'm not gonna say very well. I like how you can be so much fun. I can see why your husband loves you. Oh my gosh, girl, you just. Anyway, I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want. Oh God, here comes. You know how women are. I'm sure there's some women on YouTube. Yeah, here comes Bull Line. This is not a dating site, Caleb. Like one lady told me, he said on Iron Antler's live, she's like, Caleb, go out there, talk to the girls at the library. Come on, get out there. I'm like, you're funny. Stop that. So,
well, you gotta watch out for the quiet ones.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I wish that's the only problem about being a single male. I can get so hooked, so easy. I know when men are too easy, and I agree. But at the same time, why can't a woman just look in the mirror and see the beauty of her body? Like, why can't a woman see it? It blows my mind. By the time y'all were born not just for love, but born to be loved. Like, y'all are just precious. I think my friendships, I love my guy friends. I really appreciate them for their support. But the ladies, it's hard. It's a harder to join because it's funner. They bring the emotion to it. They bring the life to everything. They bring, like Danielle, has never changed. She's been consistent. She's faithful. I know I talk too much about her, so I'm sorry, but just understand, like I said before, when you're used to women in general, again, just like women are used to men being jerks. I'm not used to most sweetness of women, and I understand most of the times because I say things, I do things, my intentions are mistakenly as wrong, or maybe they were wrong, and I didn't acknowledge that they were, could be taken wrong. So it's all about growing up. That's just like I don't like the gospel, but I love when they talk about life, about babies, about children, about their kids. When you talk to a woman about food like that or things that she's passionate about, there's so much more color. Like really. So just I don't know. You feel famous. Well, Danielle, I'm not gonna be sorry because I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't want to get emotional because y'all know me and those who y'all know I get emotional. I don't want to on this ladies because in general when you get on their chats. Hey, guys in the chat, don't cry. I've met those ladies. I know y'all not singing like that, but I'm going to be careful. But precious, guys. Okay, just understand that when you're a skinny guy and you're not, and you're a guy of a bigger bone structure, you don't. I've always had a belly. I was fat, but I've always had the extra bounce in my body since I was a young kid. I just was never the girls, even when uh, it. How can I explain this? It's when of course, I always try to get acceptance from the kid. Always say, hey, girls, and then being loud, and girls don't like that. Don't like the guy attention, or at least most don't. Then you get to high school, and you go through the hormones, you go through the testosterone, you go through the girls always going after the tall guys, the girls always going after the other guys, always by yourself. And so you feel that, you feel lost. Of course, when I was a teenager, I had a huge, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I flirted with all the girls, and that was not, you don't do that. That's so. Um, but then I got older, and still I thought I was mature. I thought I was growing up faster. I thought I was doing the right things, and still women were like, nope. They just couldn't handle the love. They can't handle that I was that central, romantic, want to touch you and love you and hold you, and women just hate that. They just hated it, and I'm just shocked that when Danielle came in my life when I was in college. I'm shocked that she was, even though she was married, that I was a single guy. She has always given me hugs from the front, always trusting me, always showing me love. Same thing with the other friend, Bernice. I'd say her name right. Oh, I hope I'm not going to name her. I'll be sad for me to get my phone. I said her name wrong. But same thing. That lady's married, but she always treated me as her part of family. As well. And Angelica, um, in a way, same way. So it's very rare to find one who, or even married, who would meet another guy and not feel like, oh, I have to be so. That's the proper way of doing it. I'm talking about the trust, to trust someone, to enjoy someone's company, to enjoy being with someone else. It's special. So, ladies, just understand what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry if I'm just when you deal with loneliness, you deal with trying to accept it gets really hard. So I don't know. I don't know, ladies. It's hard. I mean, especially me. Like, I don't know what you ladies like from a man. I know most of you. I don't know most of you. Like, I'm a guy that even when I was in college and that strange dude. Now, if I knew that girl that a jealous boy, pull off the chair. But I would do that. Okay, I believe it's respectful. I think it's dignity to open the door, open pull off the chair for the lady, and then don't start eating until she's there. I just feel like that's the right thing to do. Respect.
Yeah.
To show that she's a princess, not some kind of sexy bot walking around. Oh, hey, I do what I want to do. No, dude, show her that decency. And as y'all, all those ladies who know me very well, I am very flirtatious. I'm very sensual, but I still in the best of my ability, I hope that I have a right intentions under that. Lady, I hope that y'all feel respectful and love and know that even if you're a man, I'm around and I see you, the guy that will. I'm not going to get in your drama. I'll be friends or whatever. I'm one of those guys. I'm learning to not be gullible and pick my fights, even if but at the same time, if I know that it is unrighteous, a way to handle things. This thing is, I don't know.
I think to me it's like just basic, chivalry. I mean, like basic chivalry and manners doesn't mean like, okay, that, that you're interested in the person in a sexual way. It's just chivalry and manners.
But I told you, I don't know if anyone's been experienced this, but I lady, I'm sorry, but I've experienced as a male in this society. And this was, again, I'm 33. This was at least 5, 6 years ago. So it's kind of shocking. Eight, 6, 8 years, and things start. You didn't see when you're teenagers you're being stupid, but as you got older, you start realizing the change in society. I mean, it's pouring down rain, and again, maybe some of y'all are country girls. Maybe y'all can handle the rain, but most girls do not like their hair getting wet, messing up their makeup and stuff like that. So I open the door, see a woman behind me trying to get inside, and I open the door, and what does she say? Are you trying to get in my panties? What? I, I'm sorry, ladies. Just understand it. I don't understand. It
Yeah.
just you feel that, and then because of most men have done bad things, have hurt. Most women have been hurt by men. You're in that group, so when a woman says, "Man, oh, he's opening the door because he's trying to,"
Yeah.
I'm perfect. I love getting attention from women. I like it. I like being strong. We all deserve that. At the same time, when it comes to what matters, I do care, and I, ladies can see the beauty of who Christ. And oh man, I don't know, ladies. It's
Yeah.
hard. Okay, it's hard. I've been single for so long. It is just hard when most of your friends are married, engaged, living their lives, and
Yeah.
we're too busy. It's just so hard. We get in
No,
society.
I understand that, because I know I totally get that too, because, it's like kind of like because even before I got married, like I think it was kind of a mixture of married and unmarried, even with like friends. So I was, but I understand, if it's kind of like, if most people around you are like dating or engaged or married, it's, it can get little lonely.
Yeah, and then you add the fact that I'm a Christian, so you get around women. It's like, oh, what church are you from? Here we go with the stupid. That's the most disgusting question. What church are you? What religion you're part of? Stop! You're going to put me in a box. Here we go again. As asking a stupid question like, "Oh, what race are you part of?" What?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lady who got hired by our job, and like I'm talking about, like really, like okay, I don't care and then again, I understand I'm not, or I try, but I can't say because I know that I've had that, so I can't go there. I'm human, but
Yeah.
anyway, so she's black, but she's the only language she spoke was Spanish. All the Mexican people were like, "Oh my god, she's black, she's Spanish. Oh my god, what? Did you just go there? Did you really go there with me? Are you so Spanish by your culture that you can't accept someone else, and yet you're so by your culture, so you're so committed to your faith and family? Yet,
Yeah.
where's the faith? You're judging. You instantly put in a box. Black. Stop that. If you're so
Yeah.
faith and family based, you should be number one. Number two, family based. I love my family. There's out of those two should not be. Oh, she's instantly put in a box. Just like I can't put Hispanics in a box because, again, not all Hispanics are the same. Hispanics
Yeah.
love rap. Hispanics like the Mexican music. Some Spanish hate spicy. Though honestly, I would get all Hispanics love spicy. Not all do. So again, here we go.
Yeah.
There's always that. So exactly. But I think this lady came from Africa. And I really believe that a lot of people that come from Africa, especially Africa, let's be honest, they know a lot of people from Africa know a lot of language because of all the mixture of languages. That's awesome. I love the mixture of cultures. I do. I think it's beautiful having all these different languages that you can speak and make friends with. And if you're in love, I mean, hello. You say all these different languages that you know. Like, come on now. Like, that's pretty cute. You know, like they say, Italian, Hispanic is what language of love. That's why I love
Yeah.
it. I love that. Like, it is the essential language. Oh, oh yeah. So,
So
anyway,
no, I get it. Well, and this was like the one thing. Yeah, hold on. Let me
yeah, go ahead.
see something here. Okay,
What's up, Ann? Welcome back.
so I'm just moving here.
I hope your mom. How's your mom, Ann? I hope she's doing okay. Hope your mom's doing good. I know you said last time she loves that video game, so just wondering if she's doing all right.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get something here.
Oh, you're doing just fine.
Okay. Okay. Let me just. Somebody.
Hey, Amy, do you think
Real
I need to
quick.
put my email address on my account? Because I feel kind of like that's very private. That's the email address I really have. So should I or should I make a fake account? I'll say not say anything. That's what I'm trying to. Is what do I do with my email? Like, I like keeping it with my email because I've been doing the same thing for life, basically. And I just want to know what should I do because there's so much spam and stuff crap.
I just use. I just use my regular email.
So, but how do you? Let me ask you: how do you not find yourself scamming, especially from someone from YouTube? How do you know inside? I guess with you being in social media, it makes a lot to read people, I guess. But I'm just
Yeah.
stuck out there. Like I want to because I would love, stickers and stuff. I'm so concerned of people scamming me and me falling. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So I would like your honest opinion. What you know?
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm still here.
You're good.
Okay. I don't know. I just use like this. The email I have up there is just what I use
Okay.
for everything.
Okay. So how have you how have you been able to go through the social media crap that's going on our thing? People getting scammed and their Facebook and Twitter accounts being hijacked. I mean, all this stuff's happening, and what's so sad? It's from my generation saying they're going to school to learn technology, business, or whatever they're learning. To what the codes? They're learning the basics how to no offense scam. They're learning the tools to do stuff. You know, I mean, we just don't see that. What we're teaching them, it's not that we're teaching them what we're teaching them is wrong. I'm talking about how they use it. And so it really concerns me with what this social media can do, what people use it for. It's just that's why I had to get off Facebook. I just had to. I had to delete it because it was too much. It was too much. So.
Yeah, no, see. I don't know. I haven't really had any issues, so
So those who do auctions and stuff, how do you take payments online? Like, is there not a? How do you trust the people that you send money? Like I've done a few times. Y'all do. I'll give, but I'm noticing that my computer will be careful giving personal information to Google. You know, the impression Google is going to do with that. It makes it quick and easy to just type something, but then are you sure you're sending it to an actual that person? And how do you know it's that person? Could you know what I mean? And so
oh,
I'm scared, of
sorry, guys.
buying even anything on an auction. It's my only experience. It's been a very
Yeah,
that I don't
yeah,
know like so
yeah.
okay
I don't know. Hmm. Okay, like I know, like Annie was saying Frozen. Does anybody else? Because like I know like we were frozen for like a minute, but like but you don't look frozen and I don't look frozen on my end.
Not right now. No, ma'am. You don't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
it works a little bit, but I think that's just because of technology. You know, phones. They're
Yeah.
not stable. I mean, it's like me taking a photo. Sometimes can look clearer than when you do video. Like I show you, like if I switch the camera from looking at me, what happens? It just there's a void there, and it's very strange how I can
Yeah.
do a selfie and it's clearer than me doing normal camera at something. As soon as you put your arm in front of the camera, what happens? It goes boom, and that it just the hand like I did my finger on my live today and just realized it just like was doing this with the camera, trying to balance. You just put something in the camera that wasn't there before, and so it's very interesting. So.
Here, sorry guys. Okay. We're back. Okay. Oh.
So super chat, wait, super chat, Google takes 40%, so really you don't get much. The channel doesn't get much out of chat, if I'm correct on that. Sounds like PayPal takes a small percentage, and then Zelle. I've never heard of Zelle. I didn't know there's such a thing as Zelle. I mean, I've heard of Cash App, and I'm very curious which one's better, which
Okay,
one's
hold
more
on.
secure.
Trying to get my headphones on.
Well, you're doing just fine. I wonder if I need to do mine.
Okay.
Do I need to do mine? Do I need to do mine, guys? Be honest with me. I can understand if I do. Maybe I should do it.
Okay. Well, see, I do like I know I don't do I'm like not big enough to do like a super chat. I know, yeah, I'm not big enough to do like a super chat, but like on like the auctions I do PayPal. Um Sometimes like I with Southern Belle I do Zelle, but I know her. So it's like but yeah, I usually do like PayPal or Venmo.
Okay, hello? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
And I can hear you.
Hello? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Hello?
I
We're
can
good, guys.
hear
Are we
you.
good? Okay.
But
Oh,
like
really? Oh. Oh.
yeah, I do
Huh.
like Southern Belle, I do Zelle because like I know her. But like on my
Huh.
auctions, like everybody else I do PayPal or Venmo just because.
Huh. So Zelle, I didn't know that that was thing for Chase. Oh, that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah, Zelle is through Chase.
Okay,
Yeah.
is anyone else here? I only see Babe, Southern Belle, and Danielle usually commenting. Is anyone else here from the live? I hope I didn't scare the ladies away.
No, you
I really am so
didn't.
serious. I do not want to. Amy, come on. My personality is so wild. Let's be real. I'm a bull line. I'm so emotional and wild as a man that I know I scare women. I know I make them feel like, this guy's too much. Like my mom
No, I
actually
don't
agreed.
think so.
It's only going to take a real woman to handle me and marry me. A real woman. Because I I still got a lot growing up to do, and I know some people said don't grow up, but for me to be a man, you have to understand in today's world and today's confusing culture, if I cannot grow up to be a real man, then how do I lead, right? How do I lead as a strong man of today? How do I, especially as a Christian, a man of faith who doesn't judge, but yet doesn't contradict? See, that's a hard man to find. Is a man
Yeah.
who can love everyone, but yet he will not go with his convictions. Will let's just say no. I'm not doing that, no matter what.
Sorry.
And anyway, it's just very hard. A lot of people compromise, so it's hard. So.
No, I get that. Yeah. No, I get it. Sorry, I just need to get some water.
No, actually, I'll take y'all with me, but can I go grab something to drink as well, please? I've had something to drink in a little bit. Can I do that? Okay, give me a second, guys.
No problem. No problem. But no, that's true. It's kind of like the maturity and responsibility is sometimes it's hard to work to balance the two.
Right.
I'll just
Yes,
say
ma'am.
that.
Yeah. It's a balance of, okay, how do you passionately make love to a woman and yet make it to where it's so not focused on that, but yet because the word God says there will be none of that in heaven. So it's like, how do I obey God's word? And joy commands you to make children. It makes you go out and multiply. So there's that God's love and peace and His honor in marriage, and yet sadly today in today's women's society, women, especially married women, have made it to where as men they're like they only feed what our wants, but they don't feel our needs. Which I'm saying is, it's not I want to love you in general. Sadly, I hate to say it, but I keep hearing it. When women don't, I'm not talking when they're sick. I'm not talking when they're going through their, their stuff. I'm talking
Yeah.
about just day to day. They're like, I don't feel like I want to, and then you push him away, and you expect him to stay faithful to you. That's what confuses
Yeah.
me. It is, ladies, what happened to that fiery honeymoon? I get that life's life, and I get it, but you got to keep the flame going. And yes, I believe it is the man's responsibility to do that. Okay, it says men love your wife, so I believe it's the man's general responsibility for that. At the same time, because we are not the sexual, good-looking beings, I think just a woman should keep that sensuality, that sexuality that is part of a woman, that makes a woman, hello, a woman, proud of that. Should keep that around her, carry that
Yeah.
about her, because that's her man. You should not feel like, well, I have to get his attention. No, if there's trust and love in that relationship, you don't have to try anything. Like I
Yeah.
it's just simple for me. I hate to say it. I know when I get married, it probably won't be simple. I'd be like, oh boy, why? Like people say, you go through that test day where you're like, man, I wish I could cut his throat or kick him out of the house, make him
Yeah.
go sleep in the truck.
Well,
Okay, I get that, but
yeah.
I don't know. I guess
Well,
I was so blessed to be raised around so much good marriages, even
yeah.
now, that all I see is hope for a good marriage for me.
Yeah.
I dream
Well,
of a
and
good
I
marriage.
think, yeah. I mean, I think a good marriage is possible, and like kind of like, like both my husband and I kid each other that okay, yeah, sometimes we, I mean, want to kill each other, but we still love each other in those times.
Right. I
It's
just
like,
I've just heard. I hate to say this. Women are spreading to each other that certain things. I'm not going to mention here because I know this is
mm,
a family friendly thing, but
yeah,
certain things women are like, for a man's pleasured by that, but women feel like they're just demoralized because now they feel like they're a slave. They have to feed that need. And it's just
mm,
saddens my heart when I know that no matter what, except for certain things that should never be done because it's not natural. I'm talking
mm,
about in general. There's just, I think that all of it, all 90% of the stuff in making love is acceptable in God in a marriage. I just believe it. I think
yeah,
a marriage shouldn't be like okay, so they say, oh, we found a few positions that they call that. I don't know if I can say that. Sorry, but you know what I'm
that's
saying,
okay.
to do that, and that's it. And I'm like, how do you survive on, let's say, 3 glasses of water? How do you
Yeah,
survive on that? It's, I guess some people can. Some people just love each other so much they don't care. But in general, it's just, for me, especially me being a bold lion, I feel like I can love a woman definitely and keep love in that, doing those same things. But in the long run, it feels like I want to keep that fire. I want to try something new. I know, and I don't know. I'm just different.
no, that's okay. I mean, that's where like it's kind of like like I found like with my husband and me, like a lot of times it's yeah, communication. With like love and other things too. It's kind of like sometimes stepping outside of our comfort zone, sometimes staying in our comfort zone. A little bit of both,
Yeah.
put it that way. But
Well,
also
good. No, I'm
to
happy.
definite
Yeah.
communication,
Well, I'm just happy
because
you're. Yeah. I'm just happy for you. I'm thankful, Amy, that you're willing to get out of that comfort zone. No, I
yeah,
have to give you a plus, because yeah, and it's hard for a woman to get out of her comfort zone, and I think we as a couples need to do that. I think we need to stop
yeah,
putting ourselves in these religious, traditional. I'm talking about the little law stuff that kills a
yeah,
marriage, and yet also the world point of view of what it is. I think we need to.
Yeah.
I just believe that those who call themselves Christians should have a better love making relationship. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I think we should be better lovers in every sense of the way because we have God behind it. It's honorable. We have all. Look at the Bible. I mean,
Yeah.
whole book of Solomon. Hello, like we have it all there to tell us, hey, go for it, have fun. And
Yeah.
yet it's like boring. How many times do I have to see even Christian couples, even when they're holding hands, walk down the road and they look like dead zombies? It's like, that's a
Yeah.
loving relationship. Y'all look dead. Like
Mm.
there's no life. You're just everyone, we love each other.
Yeah. But
Okay,
no,
bye.
that's what's
I'm out. I'm
yeah.
out. I'm out. Bye. I'm scared now. You're freaking me out. It's like looking at two faces that are just staring at you with this fake smile, tongue hanging out, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh God, you had a horrible dream, and you're just not waking up. I am going to die. Bye." So
But no,
anyway,
I just was reading Danielle's, but that is true. Is like every marriage has, I mean, their ups and downs. Because because we are human. So, and there's, I mean, I know there's stuff that I do that probably drives my husband crazy, and there's stuff he does that drives me crazy sometimes. Because I mean, we're both human, but it's like okay, but God is still at the center. And like I said, there are times where, okay, we want to kill each other, but we still love each other.
right, and I
You
and I
know?
get that. Right. I think again, I know like Bell says, and I get it. We all have our ideal. And I think what we're going to have to do is let our ideals be processed through what actually the word God says and through
Yeah.
not our point of see that what gets me is I think we've been so processed by what our parents have said, what everyone else said, and yet is this really what we believe or is it everything we've heard? That's the problem. What
Yeah.
have my female friends said about their physical lives with their husbands to make it where I'm
Yeah.
scared or ugh, that doesn't sound fun. It's killing. Women don't
Yeah.
understand when I start telling each other how their relationship is. You're destroying single women's dreams of marriage and how the
Yeah.
fun is. It's just I can't wait to honeymoon and then I'll have their honeymoon. Oh, it's boring. Oh, this
Yeah.
he's going to demand this of you, and here we go with
Well,
okay, it's just it's just too much for me.
yeah.
As a male, it just makes me feel like I'm a dictator. It makes me feel like when I keep hearing from women what women tell women, it's like I feel sorry that y'all talk like that. I wish I would
Yeah.
just renew y'all's mind to the word of God and be willing to just do what God's called you to do and not worry about
Yeah.
what our opinions are of you. I mean, saying let your
Well,
identity
yeah.
come from your creator, not from the husband, because
Yeah.
then that love out of God will I want to love you, baby. I mean, I'm not promised to
Yeah.
have you tomorrow, so why should we live as if
Yeah.
I'm just saying we shouldn't do that. I really believe that there is a choice because if there wasn't a choice, choose death, life and death is the power of tongue, right? Life and death. Just choose life and ask
Yeah.
God to help you with that.
Well, and
That's all
then
I'm
like,
saying.
and that's true, but also too, like I think, like kind of like I don't know, like kind of like what one of the books I found, again, like when my husband and I got engaged, it was it was something about it was I don't know, 100 questions you should ask before you get married. And like we went through that book, but I liked it because it covered. I mean, I was like, okay, not only what are your likes and dislikes, but it also covered, I mean, important topics like, okay, finances, child rearing.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you handle, like arguments? And since he was previously married, I had questions about if you were previously married, and faith and child rearing and
Yeah.
so it's like those it's those questions that you don't really think about, I guess, in a way
Right.
when you're engaged because you're
Right.
in love.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a lot of love relationships when they get married. It's just puppy love is what you desire, what you want, to fill that void. It's so rare how very few Christian couples are married based on God. Really few, very
Yeah.
few are based on that because it's what fit your book. But like I said, I have a friend, Nathaniel. Again, went to university to be to be first responder, and then has now he just graduated last year. He got his doctorate as a doctor. He actually has the white uniform, so I'm very proud of him. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's dating a Christian woman. You know, they're not in a physical sinful relationship. They're doing the right thing, and yet God is telling Rachel, his now wife, that hey, he's going to be your husband. And yet she's like, well, he's dating someone else, and he's so far away. How is it going to work? And God had to just hit him off, like Paul had to hit him off his high horse and say, hey, this is not the chosen one for you. No matter if it's good, the knowledge of good and evil tree. No, you have to desire what I want. And so, since he repented and humbled himself, God is the one who gave him that love. It wasn't his desire.
Yeah.
God gave him a love so overwhelming for her. He said, I would have never loved her or desired it if it wasn't for God that came. If I had not humbled myself, repented to God, and he filled my heart for love for her, where every, like Bell's talking about, every 15 seconds, every this and that, he would wake up way earlier than his alarm just to text her when he would never done that, you know, and just stuff like that. And now I think they have like 2-3 kids, and
Wow.
and the funny
Yeah.
thing is that she was a nurse, so it's kind of funny how God was like, well, you're about to be a doctor, and hey, here you are, you're married to a nurse. So it all worked out that God
Cool.
blessed him with such a perfect match. I mean, really,
Yeah.
no woman could fit him physically, spiritually, mentally the way she does. She's so perfect for him as a wife, as a mother. So,
Wow.
but see, again, everyone thinks of no, 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 no. Now, age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, and it's not about your attraction. It's really, are you willing to obey God?
Yeah.
And I know my spiritual grandparents here at my fellowship, Mama Shar and Papa Ray, she had been with a man relationship wise, but they were separated but not divorced. So when he got engaged to her, God would kept spanking Ray, would kept spanking him, say, she's not officially divorced. You're going to
Uh-huh.
commit adultery. And so it was the right thing. They just had to get that divorce done. And then when it did, then God brought so much peace to their lives. And what I loved about her is that she said, I love a hairy man. I love that about her. So he was a lumberjack guy, so very hairy. So
Yeah.
he was perfect for her. It was so cute. As she always, I'm dreaming of a hairy man. I love a hairy man. And so on their like 50, I think it was like their 50th anniversary, they renewed their vows in front of all of us. And the leader of the church was like, well, she likes a lot of hair. You might want to maybe you can unbutton it. Just as a
Yeah.
joke, button a
Yeah.
button on his jacket. And I ain't lying. He looked at her as wife, at Mama Shar, rolled his eyes, started unbuttoning his buttons. I was like, oh no, he loved her so much. He's like, I know she likes it. I was like, dude, you are not. He wasn't modest, but it was still enough. I was like, what am I seeing? Y'all been married for 50 years. You still gotta go. They still gotta go on. He loves her
Oh.
so much. I remember when she first went through. This is a story that he told us. Okay, so something I can share. But she started, went through her menopause, started changing, her body was, and she was very, very started like not coming to bed and like she used to. When she was younger, she was like very aware of that. But he was so loving, helping her with things around the house, and kept telling her, "Baby, just come natural, come as you are to me, baby." And to fact, he made such an impression on that she literally does respectfully come in her natural state, if you get what I'm saying, completely
Yeah.
every night to him because he has made her feel so beautiful in her 50s and 60s that she's
Oh.
like, oh my gosh, I am the goddess that he loved when I was first made him. And that's
Cool.
precious to actually, that's what I want to be. I want to be that to where my wife is in her 50s, 60s, 70s. She is like, oh wow, what up? Like she has that confidence, like,
Yeah.
ooh, I want that. I want to make her feel so beautiful. But that's just me, ladies. I'm very strange and very different. So
But no, but that's okay. But no, that was. I mean, that book. It was that I talked about. I had like 100 questions, but no, I mean it was a good book, and like even had it covered. Yeah, it was like okay, relationships. So like it was questions like okay, when you're mad, how do you respond? Like when you've had problems with others in relationships, how did you respond? And fight, how do you respond?
Right.
Finances, child rearing, and it was also faith, like, okay, how, what's your faith? How do you live your faith? What are your beliefs? Like those kind of questions that are more than just oh, I'm in love
All right. I mean, and I would just
questions.
want to say, I just like to say this, Bill, is again, I'm not lying. I'm telling you an actual true story. Okay, I'm just being just respectful, being honest. If you look at the God's word, did God do things based on attraction on the common law of mankind, or did he do things above beyond the laws that he even built for himself because he's
Yeah.
God, right? Jesus walked on water, Jesus did healing, Jesus did all this. So he wants us to have that higher way of thinking, not put laws on him. He said he even talks about the traditions of man. He said, "Be weary." The Lord of God clearly says, "Be too weary of the traditions and mind thinkings of men," because it puts laws on God. And Jesus, which is sad, feels like he's in a prison cell in our hearts. He feels like he can't do what he wants to do with our lives. That we're not willing to be that what he talks about, the clay, right? It talks about that. It would be that clay on the potter's wheel. You know, you're going to be good clay, which is soft, or you're going to be hard. It talks about the soil, right? The soil is the soil of the heart. Um, and there's different kinds, and it talks about that in the Word of God. So is what kind of soul are we? What kind of person are we? And again, that's the reason why I don't, at least try not to, put limits on who God gives to me. I believe
Yeah.
that she hopefully is a virgin, but if she's not, if her chance she's been through the ringer, then God, I know God will give me a love for her that's out of this world, and I know that I will treat her as if she was a virgin. I will treat her the night of my honeymoon as if she had never been with another man, because I know that God's love will consume my heart for her. And I've also, I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen miracles. I've heard testimonies. I remember one lady uh, talked about how she was in fornication with her fiance, right? And she's like, "Man, I'm in sin now. We've been convicted of God. We don't want to do that no more. We want to give our lives to Jesus." But she's like, "But I already gave." She's like, "I wish I could have my virginity back." And no lie, I am dead serious. She really prayed to God that God says, "Look, God, we are separating, for a little bit, keeping that physical stuff away in our relationships. Lord, please, if this gracious point of you, will you please heal my virginity? I will marry that. I will do the right thing." And I am not lying. She said she bled that night she got married, bled in the honeymoon exactly, and felt her body was so healed. It felt and acted just like she had lost her virginity. That she felt
Oh,
no regret of her past. There was nothing there, no scars of her past, of their sin. And I'm sorry, it's stories like that again that get me out of this traditional church mindset of like God can do anything. There's
yeah,
no limits to God, and that's all I'm trying to say. I'm just saying. So,
definitely. Definitely, but no, we might do that Southern Belle.
oh, that sounds like a cool idea.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, but it was I can't remember the exact title, but it was like a 100 questions to ask like before you get married or. But I mean, like I said, I mean each section was several pages, but like I said, it covered finances, it covered faith, it covered
That's
like
awesome.
okay, when you get in an argument, how have you acted in the past? How have you settled arguments in the past? Um, child rearing, kind of like, okay, well, like how do you view discipline? What is discipline to you?
That's awesome.
Do
No,
you
that's
do
awesome.
you believe in spanking or not?
Right.
And then even questions if you're married before, I had questions geared towards that.
Right.
So it's like all these questions that's more than just, oh, I'm in love. questions.
Right. And what I loved about that is I met a lady, and of course her first husband had died. So, when it does give you the right, if your husband's died, it does give you the right to marry
Mm,
again. The word of God does is clear on that. Well, what I loved about her is like she's like, well, my first husband came through the front door, and she actually did this. She's like, Lord, I want someone completely different. She's like, if he's supposed to be the new husband for me to marry, because she knew that her husband had told her that he wanted her to be happy. So if he passed away, he gave her the right to marry again. And uh, I'm dead serious. The guy that she's married to now, literally, I think it was a mailman or something, and rang her back door. She met through the back door, and she's married him. And she said, "Yes, we even our physical pleasure is completely different from my other husband, but both of
yeah,
them are amazing lovers." She's like, "I can't believe I am physically making love two different ways to two different men, and yet I am so pleasured and so happy." I'm like,
yeah,
"Woman, I mean, it just blows my. She is honest about relationship, and it's just precious to me."
yeah,
Like, I love that. I love the true love. I love meeting couples who in their 50s and 60s and say it's honeymoon night. And I'm like, y'all in honeymoon? How long have y'all been married?
yeah.
Oh, 30, 40 years. What? Did you just say? Oh yeah, we're still on our honeymoon. Wait, sir, are you serious? And you'll watch and you'll see he'll turn around. His wife, because I was at McDonald's, this is a situation where the wife was they're in line, and the husband is standing behind his wife on purpose, and he's doing the eye. He's just watching her body from behind, just going up and down, ugly. And I was like, huh? Then he would slide
Mm.
his hand around, I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, yes, this honeymoon. I'm like, what? Right, 40 years and it's still your honeymoon? Y'all, wait, you talking about 40 years of honeymoon nights?
Yeah,
Wow, what a love. What a commitment.
yeah,
That is what's precious. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So,
Well, it's like 12:45 here, so I think
yeah,
I'm gonna be going to bed soon,
I
but I
understand.
just
Me too.
wanted to get on. But thank you for coming on, Bold Line.
You're welcome.
Thank you everybody for coming on. So don't know when I can do dumpster diving. It just depends, but we'll see. But when I go dumpster diving again, and hopefully if the dumpsters are good, I'll do a live dumpster dive. So, and who knows, I might drop the phone in the dumpster again, and y'all will get an up close personal view of the dumpster, of inside a dumpster. But
Amy, you are a very beautiful and sweet lady. I am honored to have a lady who is wild like me in a sense, who has that heart to live life. The way you think about your husband is the same way I think about my future wife. And I just want to say it's an honor to meet someone who is so unique and special. I honestly thought, I hate to say it, I thought I was the only one out there like me. And it's just, no, it's just nice to meet lay a person of the opposite sex, that is flirtatious and fun. It's just an honor to meet you. The way you've been my friend, the way you've been trying your hardest to be on almost every live of mine, and always sharing me out, always loving me. It's not the sharing and you like my videos. That's exactly the most important thing. It's just I know that you do it out of your heart as a friend. It's not trying to get anything. It's not. It's just out of the purest of love, and it means a lot. It basically your love for me is a little bit of a taste, no offense, of the love that Danielle has for me. Like you can say I love you. She
uh,
doesn't because it's her own conviction, but I know in my heart I feel loved by her. And the way you
uh,
tell me you love me, I can feel the words, I can feel it by your actions, I can feel the way you're concerned, the way you're willing to talk to me in person and not just, what I mean? You're willing to be
yeah,
personable. And like I said, after so many years of it just means a lot. So I wish there's a way I could somehow the Lord open door for me to repay you for your kindness. I mean, I really
uh,
there's definitely integrity, but just thank you. Um, like I said, a true friend is a rare find, especially in the opposite sex. It's just true. I'm sorry. It is so true. And I never thought that, I mean, no matter the age difference, just the reality of life, that you would ever love me the way you do. Just thank you so much.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend. And I will check my email because she did resend the pictures of the reborn babies.
Okay.
She shared with you line, and she said you can share them. I'll just check my email, like maybe at least tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much, everyone. Thank you, ladies, for putting up with me again.
Problem. Okay, well, y'all, and your nighttime. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.